Alright. Cadence Wild Beast 15-inch subwoofer unboxing. This is the WB15D4. It is a dual 4 ohm coil subwoofer. So that means both coils are 4 ohm. Let's get into it. Yeah! Okay, we've got another one of these coming. So it should be in the mail soon. Let's pull this bad boy out. Oh my God. God, this is stupid how big this thing is. Alright. Take the plastic off of her. Pull her skirt off. Alright. Now, as you can see, she's got a beautiful look. This is the cone, the surround orange stitching. It's got a flat dust cap with the Wild Beast logo, and it has the rubber gasket, which I love. And she's got a pretty booty on her. There you go. Oh my goodness, she's beautiful. Let's see if we can get her to stand up here. You can see that it's 1500 watt RMS, dual 4 ohm. I love that black chrome. That is just beautiful. Beautiful. Got the Cadence logos all the way around, the spokes on the basket. And it's got a beautiful copper voice coil. Nice little spider pack. Looks like flipping 4 gauge. Yeah, 4 gauge compression springs for the speaker inputs. Got a nice tinsel lead in there. See if we can get a better view of that. There we go. But we're going to see how these little beauties do. And we'll get into the theory and small parameters here. Set her back up. I wonder if I've got something to put under this. Probably not. She's just too heavy. Stick my finger in her booty. Maybe she'll sit there. Okay. Now, this thing has a, let's see here, the BL is 25.8057. The BL is pretty much your motor force. It's mechanical and electrical amount of control. Okay, the QTS on this booger is a 0.4. Okay, larger than a 0.4 usually dictates a sealed box. Lower than a 0.4 usually dictates a ported box. So being that it's right at a 4.5 or 4.653, it could go either way. It's right at that threshold to either be sealed or ported, but it's more close to 4. So we're gonna say we're gonna go ported with it. Alright, the VAS on this thing, the VAS, is 68 liters. That's gonna be at suspension compliance. The SPL is 88 dBs, and the X max is 17 millimeters. Okay, so let's compare it here. As opposed to a DB Drive 1500 watt, you can see the booties. A little different cooling. Just a double slug, smaller magnet as opposed to the Wild Beast. And this is a aluminum spoke basket, where this one is a stamped steel basket. They're both DVC. You can tell the difference here. Big difference. Ta-ta. Ta-ta. So you can see that the magnet is extremely larger than that one. The cone is a little different, where this one is a flat piston. And this one is not a flat piston, but it's a shallow cone, more shallower cone. And on the small and filly parameters on the WB15D4, okay, you've got the CMS is a 66.74. And your CMS is your mechanical stiffness. If it's got a lower CMS, that means it's a stiff cone. Alright, if it's a looser cone or looser suspension, it'll have a higher CMS. So, it's saying that it's a fairly loose suspension. Alright, the VAS is 68.06 liters. And your VAS is the suspension compliance. Alright, if it's a stiffer sub, it's going to need a small enclosure. If it's a looser sub, it's going to need a larger enclosure. Okay, as compared to an Ethos 15, it has a VAS of 95. The VAS on this one is a 68. So, with that being said, you've got 95 versus a 68. So, I would say this one's gonna need probably a, God, I don't really know here. I would say maybe, let's go with it's probably going to need a little larger enclosure than an Ethos. Alright, now this one says an FO in place of an FS. And FS is its resonant frequency. So it's saying FO, and it's at a 31. And the QMS, which is its mechanical Q, is a 5.5. And the QES, which is its electrical Q, is a 0.508. And the QTS, which is the total Q, which is QMS times QES, is a 0.46. And it has a BL of 29. Now, BL is your motor force. That is what makes the driver. Let's see, how can I explain BL? A higher BL will make a driver play louder, but not necessarily cleaner. And it will indirectly lower the QES and the QMS. So as opposed to an Ethos, which has a BL of 21, this one has a BL of 29. So it's saying it's got a pretty strong motor force on this thing. And the SPL is 88 and dBs. And the Ethos 15's over here. It's about the same SPL and 88. Now this one's got a 17.5 millimeters of X-Max, where the Ethos 15s have a 32.5 millimeters, so they're going to have a longer throw than this thing. But that's about all I got on it. I like it so far. Can't wait to get the other one in. Well, we're going to set up a little test bench here, guys, and we're going to make her dance. We'll see what she'll do. I've got a couple of boxes. That one's not going to work. And I can't dig out the one with the audible engineering port. I mean, it's for 2. So we may just take this freaking Quantum Audio 15 out of this ported box. And we'll try it out. Because I think it's going to need a port. That's what the spec sheet's saying. So with that being said, let's set some stuff up and make her dance a little bit. Diaper cracker out. Okay. Start taking some stuff out. We've got all of our lugs here. We've got our straight clipping heat shrink wrap. We've got a Harmony Audio A&L fuse holder with voltage display. Got my hydraulic crimper ready to go. Got one of the wires cut. I'm ready to put our Windy Nation pure copper lugs 1/0 on here with the 5/16 hole. And check out my new box opener, guys. Got a slice. This jewel has a ceramic blade on it. Oh man, I've been wanting one of these. So let's open up our Windy Nation lugs. Oh man, I love this thing. It is so perfect. Look at that. I love that ceramic blade. Okay. And we got a bunch of wire and speaker wire here. We're going to set us up a little test bench. And I've got my Jim's Machine Works 4-port 1/0 battery terminals. So we're going to put them on this. And I'll show you guys how this is going to work out. Made in America, baby. Made in America. Got all our little tools set out here. Got the battery set up. Cross your fingers, maybe we can make this work. So I'm working late tonight, trying to get all this together. I believe we're going to use that little Alpine MRD 605 to power it. I'll get back with you in a minute. Let me get some stuff together here. Make sure these fit on here. Oh yeah, that's gonna work out good. It's gonna work out real good. Okay, let me set my crimper up and I'll get back with you guys. Okay, let's compress the lugs on. Go gadget. Alright. Tighten up just a little bit. Now let's release the pressure. And voila. Lug installed. So let's do our heat shrinker now. See if we can get our ports to work. Pick you up here just a little bit. Well, the black cinched up a little better than this one did. But that's what we got on that. Okay. Heat shrink installed. So we got that one and this one ready to go. Now let's move to the next step. Okay. Now, let's open up our Jim's Machine Works 4 ports with the trusty slice. Okay, here we go. We'll open this one up. And we're ready to go. Get back to you in a sec. Okay, now let's set up the A&L fuse holder with voltage display. Got my SCAR fuses, 300 amp. So let's get to it. Get back to you in just a second. Okay, this is what I'm working with. I've got my Jim's Machine Work 4 ports hooked up to the battery. You can see we're sitting at 13.2 on the Harmony Audio fuse block. We're going to be running this Alpine MRD 605 on this Pioneer CD player. So we're getting it all hooked up here. Be back with you momentarily. Okay guys, I got it all together. Alright, this is what we got. Got a little Pioneer CD player, an old school Alpine, sitting on a couple of BMW NMC prismatic batteries, a couple of Jim's Machine Work 4 ports, Harmony Audio fuse block, and we are sitting at 12.9. It was at 13.1, but I played it just a second to make sure everything was copacetic. Got the DVC voice coil hooked up, running at 2 ohms on the Cadence Wild Beast. So let's see what we got here. Give me just a second here, and we are going to turn it on. Okay, and the amp's up. 40 degrees Celsius. We're at amp ID 1, which is this amplifier. The gain is at 0.4. We got positive 6 dB on the boost, sitting at 38 Hertz. Okay, 40 degrees Celsius, 38 Hertz. Everything is go-go. So let's see what we got here. Let me see what it looks like on film. Okay, let's give her a little juice. That's just 600 watts. We got some maximum kilohertz playing. Let's see what the next track does. We may put it in a box here in a minute. Go, baby, go. Ah, it's hard to hold it. All right. It's going. Watch it walk. Woo. Okay, I turned the bass boost down. I can't hold it. I can't hold it. Ah. I love filming subwoofers. Okay, enough playing. Let's put it in a box, see what she sounds like. Hell yeah. She getting down. Maybe I should have bolted it down. God, dog. Man, she hits them lows flipping. Oh my God. Look at the air that bitch is moving. It's jumping out of the box. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay. That's the Wild Beast giving it a go, people. And that's on 600 watts, if that. I mean, And look at this battery, still holding, no charger on it, just the battery, just that NMC. And I mean, look at the voltage, solid. 12.6, 12.5, 12.6. Man, I'm very, very impressed with the. That's just a 3S. Wow. And I mean, it's pulling the amp and the radio with no flipping charger. Wow, that is just phenomenal. Oh, yeah. And I believe Brad Schultz said, I don't know what I would do with these. I don't know what you're going to do with them. And that's without the BMS hooked up. Alright. I'll get back at you. Dapper Cracker out.